I got my balls to my butthole, yeah. Oh my God, what did I do? I can't take a dump, 'cause now my balls are blocking up my butthole. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Good God, I pulled too hard, now my scrotum's stretched out like a fucking yard. Oh God, I grew my balls to my butthole, baby. Oh my God, what did I do? I can't take a dump.
Hello.
Hello, my love.
Hello, my lover. Welcome into the green room.
Oh God, it started already, hasn't it?
Already. Because you know what?
Mhm.
I've finally gone into the guest beers that someone bought me. A whole bunch of beers from Brewdog to say thank you for looking after their pets.
Oh, okay.
So I am drinking currently
How is
Elvis
that
juice.
How is that fascist beer?
I have no idea how it is for fascism, but but as far as it goes, I am drinking Brewdog Elvis juice.
Oh,
And
God.
I see Jim's online. Hello,
I
Jim.
am indeed. Hello.
Hello, welcome back.
I've got a nice glass of rosé wine.
Oh,
Loch
lovely, nice. What about you, Elton? What's on your drinks table?
Me at the moment, I've got some fresh orange juice.
Mm. Actually, that's probably a good idea because this Elvis juice tastes like they blended Elvis down into a cup.
Yep, that's Brewdog for you.
It's, I don't know what the relationship between Elvis and grapefruit is, but apparently putting grapefruit in a lager is the thing to do.
Really?
Oh,
Okay.
Apparently.
well, it's going back to the bad 90s thing of sticking wedges of lime in the bottle of a lager,
Oh God, because it's
which
Mexican,
had the practical
so, you know.
upshot of making the lager taste better, mainly by the dint of you couldn't get any lager out the bottle. But that was generally a good thing.
Because you're just sitting there eating a lime.
Or looking like Renée Zellweger.
Yeah.
Before the
Ah.
operations, obviously.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, so
Or
I
she
may
found
be
sellotape.
so I may be so the rest of them are in the fridge. So I may be returning to more of these as the podcast progresses.
Cool.
I may be reporting back on what they are and everything because they've got weird names and it just feels like wankiness. Just
Oh, it
give me a
is.
fucking beer.
I think when they started, it was deemed as okay. These are the cool guys doing it. You know, we're doing their tactical nuclear penguin and the one that was in a
Dead
squirrel.
squirrel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, fine, but
Mm.
I never really dug it at all. Didn't fall for it.
What even is the tactical nuclear penguin? I'm still trying to get my head around that.
Well, it was a good name for a Viz character.
Yeah,
But you know what I mean?
exactly.
It made a funny T-shirt, but the beer itself,
Yeah.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's kind of, it's just kind of, oh, we're a micro brewery, we're doing it new. People have been doing this shit for years, for Christ's sake.
Actually, I tell
You're
you,
not special.
I tell you once when I was living in Chelmsford with Carol before we got married, and she was a teacher. She was teaching A levels, and I was kind of like Billy No Mates. There was all these teachers all around, and there was only this one other guy called Mark who was like the boyfriend of the drama teacher. And one weekend, because we were bored out of our asses, and it was like not GCSEs, or it was probably O levels or GCSEs. I can never remember. And so everyone was off marking. Everyone was busy. It was like all the teachers just all fuck off, and it's just like, don't touch me, don't talk to me. So there was just me and Mark, and we decided to get a home brewing kit, and and we we decided that his metal bath was the best place in which to do this. and so we brewed up this stuff in his bath, and we tended to it like a small child for several weeks. and and basically by the end of it, it was like, here it is. We went from we're making a lager to we're making a pale ale to we're making a stout. That's kind of how it went. And we thought this was just the process. We just thought that was the process of the whole thing. Until we realized that what was actually happening was it was taking the metal out of his bath.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
That's why it turned into stout. But the thing was, we couldn't get it out of the bath. The bath was quite full, but we couldn't.
Slowly
It was
melting.
exactly slowly melting. All the enamel's coming off. It's all going black. The whole thing went black. and so the only way we could get it out was actually run this tubing down the stairs, because the bathroom was at the top of the stairs, and so we ran it down the stairs and we sort of siphoned it out into these glass bottles. We siphoned out the first two that came out, because the tube was at the bottom, came out like liquid lead. I mean, they just
Oh
literally
my
just
God.
The third and fourth bottles, they were kind of okay, but by the time we got to the fifth bottle, we were into like, oh, this is the drinking stuff. We've obviously gone past the sludge, and we drained it all off, and we tried to drink this stuff. And no joking, the pair of us were sitting there. It's 11 o'clock at night. We're sitting there with this bathtub and this bottle. And I was sitting there and I said to him, okay, let's give this a try. And we both tasted it. And we're both like trying to do this kind of, not bad. But what we were actually doing, what each of our faces was saying to the other was, oh my God, my teeth are on fire. And my gums have gone black. I think we may need to be in the hospital at some point. Until Mark, who was American, I hasten to add, decided that the only way to fix this was to drink it while eating Oreos. And surprisingly, it worked.
You're using the Oreos as like a filter.
Exactly. And we literally drank 4 bottles of this stuff each and went through 3 packets of Oreos.
Oh,
Like a charcoal filter.
It was like a
Yeah,
charcoal
yeah.
filter. And and then the next day I was violently sick. Mark just never got up. He just slept on the floor. And then we were woken up. From our reverie, our successes, our microbrewery successes with, sugar overdose and piss poor alcohol running through our system, by this almighty yell. And it was Ali, Mark's other half, who had gone into the bathroom, looked at the bath itself, and it had literally got this, it looked like this dark red mark,
Oh my God.
permanent stain in the bath all the way down. And it then became clear that it would never come out. Bleach, nothing. It wouldn't come out. And they were renting this place, so they were losing their deposit. The bath was going to have to be replaced. It was going to cost like 500 quid. I mean, and all we got out of it was, out of like nearly 50 litres of this shit, we got like 4 bottles and 3 packets of Oreos, and violently ill.
And the moral of the story is never do home brewing.
Exactly, never. Literally, my teeth were furry for days afterwards.
God.
You know that bottom of the parrot's cage kind of vibe.
Yes, yeah.
Mm.
Yes. I've had run-ins with homebrew experiments. And it's kind of, I thought you were making lager. It's punch now. Oh, really?
Is that a sock? Yes, it adds to the flavour.
We put some whiskey and vodka in to pep it up a bit.
Yeah. What about some Angel Delight and Pop Rocks? That'll be doing. Yay! Throw it all in there. You ever done any home brewery, Elton? You seem like
No.
you strike me as you strike me as a home brewery kind of guy. You'd be in your shed. You'd have all the right bits all laid out, like a
Really? Do I? No.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
No, I seem to think that it's all been done before. So why would I come up with something brand new?
Hmm.
Well, there is that.
Well, I suppose that is a way of looking at it.
Mm.
But why would you build a Lego set if everyone else has built it?
Oh no, you get fun out of that. I just no, there's other things to do than faff around with beer. I think you have to have an absolute love of that sort of thing to really get into it and doing the microbrewing. And props to everyone that does it. It's just not my thing. And I'm
Or
not,
be very skint like most students are and think, hang on, guys, for a small outlay, we can make several gallons of our own beer and save some cash.
well, there was a moment where I was around my friend's house, and this isn't to do with beer, but he couldn't get any puff, and so he thought, well,
Phrasing.
yeah, well, he said, well, look, I want some. I've heard if you cook banana skin in the oven and then scrape it off, that works. And that's the
Oh.
closest we got to home brewing.
Oh.
I've got a photo of him looking at the oven with banana skins in the oven. And just to watch the dedication of shit, this can't be real, can it? This can't work. What happens if I just stumbled on something that I don't have to pay 20 quid a score every time I go out? It's just in bananas.
Oh,
It
I
is
can tell-
bananas.
I know where it actually comes from
Go for it.
because it is absolute codswallop. But it was actually invented by students in California as like kind of a prank. Because at the time weed was getting popular in the late 60s, and I think it was a college newspaper, the Berkeley Barb, put out
Right.
this story that if you dry banana skins it can get you high. And this caused
Really?
this huge panic, literally caused a huge panic to what the authorities were considering introducing legislation to regulate the importing of bananas. I'm not kidding you.
Right. Okay.
But it was a way of kind of them sort of counteracting the reefer madness sort of propaganda.
Yeah.
And so they kicked up a storm. People were suddenly terrified of people smoking bananas. But it was to show up the idiocy of the drug enforcement agencies, because obviously no one actually sat down and got a chemist and said, can you just dry the banana skin out and test it and see if it's psychoactive? Oh no, they had a huge panic, and I think the legislation was called the Bananas and Other Odd Fruit Tax.
Jeez. See, the thing is, though, if bananas did work like that, then surely that would have been happening years and years ago, wouldn't it?
And the price of
Oh, yeah.
bananas would have been through the fucking roof.
Oh, they would, but they'd be hot property, wouldn't they?
Well, ironically, there is a common household thing that will get you off your mash. Nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
No, seriously, nutmeg. Do not do this. Okay, I'll tell you now.
Do not try this at
try
home.
this at home. You can do it with the powdered nutmeg you buy in the supermarket, but it is better with a proper nutmeg you grind up, and
Oh,
you
God.
infuse it in water and drink it, and it does have a kind of a hallucinogenic effect, but it isn't terribly pleasant, and it gives you a walloping headache.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
The
We at the Black Dog Podcast no longer endorse the use of nutmeg in water, so please don't blame us.
Do not do it. Do not do it. Trust me.
I was just thinking about the banana thing as well. Cartoons would have had it wrong for so many years with discarded banana peels.
skin.
It'd just be the meat of the bananas everywhere instead of the skins, wouldn't it?
Well, maybe that was it. Maybe it was coding. Maybe that was it. That you have a banana skin and you fall over. See? Symbolic.
There you go.
Mm.
Yeah,
But-
like it, Centurion.
Yeah, like it. But what I will say is, seeing as this is the green room, anyone who's listening in the green room, as ever, we want to put up some stuff which is contextless on the Facebook group. Put up a banana. I want pictures of bananas on the Facebook group. Facebook.com/groups/the Black Dog Podcast. Pictures of bananas. Last week was fish, which had everything from Michael Fish to a blobfish.
Oh, that's why there was a picture of Michael Fish.
Yeah, blobfish, fish.
Okay, sorry, I
Were you even there?
I was there. Once again, once you press stop, I forget.
Okay, memory tablets might
Yeah.
also be a thing.
And what about your
elastic
rubber
band ball?
bands? Yeah.
Yeah, well, my elastic band ball is now slightly bigger than a Malteser, I will say. Have you bought any elastic bands, by the way?
Who me?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if you were listening at about 30 seconds ago, but once we stop, I forget. Unless you
Yeah.
send me a text tomorrow, I'm not going to remember.
Yeah, but I don't remember doing it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Darren apparently is going to be on at 9:15. He sent us a message.
It's
As soon as
9:16.
You told me this is now at 9:60.
Yep.
Live coming in.
Once again, the green room proves to be a source of eternal joy.
Yeah. By the way, can you hear the car ticking over in the background? I'm not
No.
shutting this window. It's way too hot to be shutting this window. So,
I have to open my window, but I did open it just before we came in, and there's kind of it seems to be some sort of illegal road race going on by the sounds of it. It's like
No, it's all cool.
on one
It's
hand,
all
I know
cool.
how good my double glazing is now. Bloody hell, that's live! If I open the window, Christ almighty.
Worth every penny. Yeah. Ted Malt's wife found out how good the double glazing was as well. Deep cut.
Easy.
Easy. Don't Google it. Just don't Google it.
No. Absolutely don't.
No. Yeah. Oh God, it's so fucking hot. I'm sure we'll get into that in the main cast.
Quite probably.
Yeah. But the problem I've got right now is that I've been trying out cars, and I will talk about this on the main cast. But we're trying out cars this week, and every single one of them has air conditioning so good that I just want to sit in cars forever, which doesn't help add to the climate change that's causing the heat in the first place. So it's kind of ironic. It's kind of it's to solve my heat problems. I'm generating heat. But yeah, so that's been fun. Next week you will hear me crying, or in fact you'll hear my wallet and my bank account explode.
okay.
Yeah, I'll get into that and how my week was next.
The other one hasn't died yet, is it? Okay, save it.
Powder dry, my friend. Powder very dry. Oh,
cue up the rant now. I've got
yes. Can't get better than the quick fit fitter. You can fuck right
Save
off.
it.
Juicy dangler for those of you who only listen to this bit. Listen to the main cast. See, interestingly, the figures are in, and it seems like more people are starting to listen to this bit than the main cast. But there you go.
Really?
Yeah,
That's incredible.
yeah, I know.
With quality, but you get quality information about banana skins and rubber bands.
Yeah, Bath breweries, stout creation.
Should we put this on TikTok and go to the young market?
We could.
What, a 19-minute TikTok? I don't think that's gonna...
No, we could clip it and put pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, go back to that YouTube thing that you did ages ago, where you had just had like little short images of like different transformers.
Okay. Oh, but that means recording something in vertical. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm.
How do I
Mm.
sort out a vertical image?
Well,
What would I use for that?
the vertical image. What, beer cans? I mean, they're pretty vertical.
Okay,
Bananas.
all the software I use does, proper TV shapes, not this weird 2024 TV shapes.
If you use Premiere though, Premiere has social media
Oh, does it?
presets.
Okay.
Yeah, social media presets. You can for everything from Instagram to Facebook to TikTok and that sort of thing. So you can actually edit things quite easily.
Is that the Adobe one?
Yeah, Adobe Premiere.
I didn't get on with that. Maybe if I just use Canva. I don't know. I could use that, couldn't I?
Yeah. You could also make Star Wars using crepe paper. It does. I mean, you can.
It would
There's
be better than the Star Wars they're chucking out at the moment, wouldn't it? Hey,
oh,
yeah, right,
ayo,
yeah, what?
ayo.
Don't go there. Whey!
Oh God, the fucking discussion about that. Every time I hear the word Star Wars or see the word acolyte online now, my brain just it just backflips. It's just like I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And even the people who say they don't care spend more time saying they don't care than actually not caring. In fact, me even talking about it right now is more effort than I wish to talk about Star Wars.
Well, so I have a very simple rule. If I don't like something and I'm going to go and put a comment, I say, no, I won't.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then back away.
Yeah.
Don't give it the oxygen of attention or publicity. But,
Yep.
tell people about something cool, something you like instead. That's a lot better.
Promote the stuff you like. Don't promote the stuff you don't. And certainly don't keep going on about it. I mean, the thing is, you can say stuff that you don't like and you can go on about it if it's a bit, me and Prometheus, back in the day, me and Scott Pilgrim, those things you can do because they are a running gag in the podcast. But you got to just, at some point, you just say enough. You're not changing anyone's mind at this point. The fucking thing's been going for how many years? It just.
It ain't going to stop.
No one's going to sit there in Star Wars HQ and go, oh, that person over there made a nasty mean meme about it. Best I stop this $1 billion fucking franchise where it stands. Oh no. We paid $4 billion for this. How have we been so wrong to make more money out of it? Oh no. So yeah, I'll just whatever.
Well, Jim, I think I've been doing that as well. When you go to put a comment on something, you think about it, and because I think even negative engagement, not that I have been negatively engaging on anything, but anything helps an algorithm.
Well, it does. Engagement is engagement. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. It's all like part of the attention economy. You know what I mean? Getting a rise out of people actually in some circles is considered better.
Yes.
Because that's more engagement, and it leads people into rage spirals. And this is why certain platforms will, did you watch that and annoyed you? Have some more of that. Here's something else. Well, here's another shit stirrer who's gonna wind you up, and you know what I mean. And really, this bullshit has to stop. No, it's also, I mean, I think we've gone through a weird thing on socially online from kind of people. Well, everyone's opinion is valid. People's feelings aren't fucking valid. You know what I mean? It never ceases to amaze me. I'm on lots of film and TV groups, but people quite happily typing away, parading their ignorance. You know what I mean? It's kind of It's one of those things. Like, for example, I'm not a big fan of The Godfather. I have seen it, didn't click for me, and it's kind of, why do people go on about this? It's good, but not that good. I don't, No. However, I appreciate The Godfather. I know it is good. It just, for me, the gangster film I wanted turned out to be Goodfellas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Not
fair
The
enough.
Godfather. And they're doing two different things, and I didn't get it, and blah, blah, blah. And so, me not connecting, it's partly on me anyway. But if I go online and go, oh, The Godfather's shit, I am promoting my ignorance. You know what I
Mm,
mean? It's kind of,
mm,
you say I didn't like it, but people
yeah.
can't sort of draw that line between well, this is my opinion, it just didn't work for me, I didn't get on with it, to kind of this kind of, no, it's rubbish,
The s-
fact.
yeah.
Yeah.
The statement of opinion as objective fact. That's the thing.
Mm.
But I tell you what, I know there are people who don't agree with watching it, but I do. But have you? I mean, I know you and I do, Jim. Have you seen the latest Red Letter Media about the Acolyte?
Not yet. I've got that queued up for when I've got to spare an hour and a half.
It's
'Cause
it's
it's
re-
going to be strapping, and let's
yeah.
go for it.
Well, it's quite interesting because the thing is, what's really interesting is you can see certain people waiting for them to sort of like give it a kick in.
Mm.
You can literally see them waiting for them to give it a kick in, and what they actually do is they turn around and give it the no. This is not worthy of a kick in. It's not worthy of being the best thing ever. It's just what it is. But the discourse around it is treating it like a battleground,
Mm.
and the discussion around it. Even if you don't like Red Letter Media, this is me to the audience. Even if you don't like Red Letter Media, I would really strongly suggest that you look at that, because they just go, I'm just watching this thing, and it doesn't matter to me one way or t'other. But everyone's attaching meaning to it. Yeah, it's too woke, or it's not woke enough, or people who like it are not racist, or people who, it becomes a battleground.
Mm.
And it's really interesting way of looking at it, because it's like, it's a mediocre product that's neither good nor bad. It's just okay, it's there, it's a thing. It's got lightsabers. It's Star Wars porn. You got lightsabers, you got bad guys, you got good guys, you got spaceships. Ugh. But people are attributing meaning to it to justify their own particular views, either on the left or on the right or whatever. And it's really interesting breakdown of it. I would really strongly recommend it, because I think a lot of people were expecting them to come in hobnail boots up and just go,
Yes,
"Grrr." And they don't. They don't. Totally don't. It's a really interesting discussion. I really liked it. I mean, it's irreverent. It's like us. We just talk any old bollocks. But their central point is really well made. I thought so. Anyway,
Well, no, it's a good point. I mean, the thing is, we've gone to this thing where we expect everything. It's either the best thing ever or the worst thing ever.
Mm.
And then it's going beyond that to kind of, there's all these sort of inferred sort of tribal loyalties thrown in as well.
Yeah.
Which is, it's all just, it's just a TV show. It wasn't that long ago we all thought TV shows were just shit, and we took that as a starting point. Is it on telly? It's going to be shit. You know what I mean? We didn't think television was any good most of the time.
No.
And that was probably a healthier attitude. You know what I mean? It's kind of, but it's kind of weird the way, I don't know, everything has to be the best thing ever, or it's the worst thing ever, and it's kind of, as a music critic, David Hepworth said in his later years, he said he struggled reviewing things after a while.
Yeah.
Because he said the honest review for most things is, it's all right if you like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
To my buffalo, yeah.